Okay, so the brand new cast for season 34 of Dancing with the Stars just got announced. And believe me, who they picked is no accident. Today, we're gonna pull back the curtain and look at the secret formula that keeps this show on top.
I mean, seriously, 34 seasons. Just let that sink in for a second. That is almost 20 years of television. So you gotta ask, right? How does a show like this stay so popular for so long? Well, it's definitely not luck. It's all about a very, very smart strategy that starts and ends with who they get to compete.
All right, so let's get into it. The real secret here, the key to its long-term success, is this kind of casting playbook they follow. It's like a recipe, really. A formula that makes absolutely sure that no matter who you are watching at home, there's at least one person on that screen you're excited to see. And the core of that whole strategy is this idea of the casting archetype. Basically, the producers aren't just picking random famous people. They're picking specific types of celebrities. Each type is designed to pull in a different part of the audience, so they can get everyone, from grandparents to grandkids, watching the same show.
And this is the playbook right here. You've got the athlete, the social media star, the reality TV personality. You see what they're doing? Each one of these roles is a crucial ingredient. The athlete brings that competitive fire. The social media star gets the internet buzzing. And the nostalgia pick? Well, that's for those of us who love a good throwback. It is a foolproof recipe for a hit season.
Okay, so let's break this down and look at how it plays out with this season's cast. We'll start with two of the biggest archetypes, the natural-born competitors, and of course, the online superstars.
First up, you've always got to have the athlete. I mean, it just makes sense, right? These are people who live and breathe competition. They know all about discipline, they thrive under pressure, and they bring their entire sports fan base along for the ride.
And wow, this season's athlete lineup is seriously impressive. You've got Jordan Childs, an Olympic gold medalist gymnast. Talk about grace and power. Then there's Baron Davis, a two-time NBA All-Star, bringing that basketball court swagger. And rounding them out is Dylan Efron, an Ironman athlete, which means his endurance is just off the charts. So you've got three totally different disciplines, but they all share that same unstoppable drive to win.
Okay, next up, the show gets really smart and taps right into the heart of modern fame, social media and reality TV. Why? Because these stars come with a pre-packaged army of fans who are ready to vote, tweet, and create all that online buzz the show needs to stay relevant.
So who's in this group? Well, you've got the one and only Alex Earl. I mean, her influence is so big they call it the Alex Earl effect. She mentions a product, it sells out. That's a huge built-in audience right there. Then, from the world of reality TV, we have Jen Affleck and Whitney Leavitt from that hit Hulu show, The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. And finally, you have author and influencer Hilaria Baldwin, who, let's be honest, is always going to get people talking.
And speaking of built-in fans, this brings us to another really clever archetype, the legacy. This year, we have Robert Irwin. Now, why is that such a big deal? Well, you might remember his sister, Bindi Irwin, who didn't just compete, she won the whole thing back in season 21. It's such a smart move. It creates an instant story and connects new viewers to the show's history.
Okay, now we're getting to what might be my favorite part of this whole formula, the nostalgia factor. This is where they cast people that just hit you right in the feels. You know, the stars that make you immediately go, oh my gosh, I loved them. These are the faces from our favorite childhood shows and movies.
In this year's lineup, it is pure gold. For anyone who grew up watching TGIF, you've got Danielle Fishel. Yes, Topanga from Boy Meets World, it's huge. Then you have the absolute icon Elaine Hendricks, aka Meredith Blake from The Parent Trap. And of course, the hilarious Andy Richter, Conan O'Brien's legendary sidekick. I mean, each one of them is a pop culture time capsule.
Of course, you can't have a cast without some music stars. This one is a no-brainer. They come with massive, dedicated fan bases who already know how to mobilize and vote, vote, vote.
And this season's picks are fantastic. First, you have Scott Hoying from Pentatonix. We're talking about a Grammy-winning, multi-platinum group. Their fans are a force of nature. And then, from the world of pop, you have Lauren Jauregui from Fifth Harmony. Again, a global sensation with millions and millions of fans. That is a huge head start.
But wait, there's one more nostalgia pick. And this one is kind of in a league of his own. He's a true wild card, an absolute icon from some of the biggest movies of the 80s.
Yep, we are talking about Corey Feldman, The Goonies, Stand By Me, The Lost Boys. His name is basically synonymous with the 1980s, a true icon from that era.
But here's the twist.
And what makes this casting so genius? It's not just about 80s nostalgia. As this one commenter on Deadline.com pointed out, he's also super relevant today because of his meme magic. And it's true. He's this perfect bridge between older viewers who know him from the movies and younger viewers who know him from viral internet moments. It's brilliant.
So the contestants are obviously a huge piece of the puzzle, but they're only one half of it. The other half? The familiar faces that anchor the show and keep you coming back every season.
And that core team is back and better than ever. You've got your hosts, Alfonso Ribeiro and Julianne Hough. Your judges, Carrie Ann, Bruno, and Derek, are all at the table. We even have the return of fan favorite pro, Mark Ballas. And check this out for some new blood. Jan Ravnik, who was just dancing on Taylor Swift's Eras Tour. That's a pretty incredible team to guide the new cast.
All right, so there you have it. The cast is set, the playbook is laid out, now you know the secret formula. All that's left is to actually watch and see how it all unfolds.
So if you want to watch, here's what you need to know. The big premiere is on Tuesday, September 16th. You can catch it live on both ABC and Disney+, which is super convenient. And if you miss it, no worries. It'll be streaming on Hulu the next day. Which brings us to the ultimate question, right? Now that you know the formula, which archetype do you think is going to win it all this year? Will it be the sheer power of the athlete, the massive online army of the influencer, or will a nostalgia pick capture everyone's hearts and waltz away with that mirror ball trophy? I guess we're all going to have to tune in to find out.